Events 30.
This is Delta Mission Control at T-minus 4 minutes and holding. We remain in the planned 10-minute built-in hold as preparations for launch continue. In a few moments, launch conductor Scott Barney will poll the launch team for the final go to pick up the countdown. 31 engineers and managers will be polled for system status and readiness to proceed. This is the final status check before launch for all Delta vehicle systems, ground systems, the spacecraft, and the U.S. Air Force Western Range. The vehicle system readiness poll includes electrical systems, hydraulics, pneumatics, propulsion systems, flight control, and propellants. Let's listen in as Scott Barney performs the final polling of the launch team.
O-minus 7 minutes.
Status check to proceed with terminal count. First stage system, propulsion.
Go.
Hydraulics.
Go.
LOX.
Go.
LH2.
Go.
Second stage systems, LOX.
Go.
LH2.
Go.
Electrical systems, airborne.
Go.
Ground.
Go.
Facility.
Go.
RFFTS.
Go.
Flight control.
Go.
COM.
Go.
GCQ.
Go.
Operations support.
Go.
Pneumatics.
Go.
Umbilicals.
Go.
HASGAS.
Go.
ACS.
Go.
Red line monitor.
Go.
Quality.
Go.
Op safety manager.
Go.
ULA safety officer.
Go.
Vehicle system engineer.
BC is go.
Anomaly chief.
AC is go.
Range coordinator.
Clear to proceed.
Launch director.
The launch vehicle is ready to launch.
Mission director.
You have permission to launch.
Proceeding with the count.
O-minus 6 minutes.
VSC established. LOI DAS is recording data.
LOI is ready.
Polling is complete, and the launch team has given the go for launch. From T-minus 4 minutes until launch, you will be listening to launch conductor Scott Barney and his team performing the final steps in the countdown procedure. At T-minus 4 minutes and counting, the team will enter the terminal count and will begin securing the second stage liquid oxygen tank. At T-minus 3 minutes, 32 seconds, CBC liquid hydrogen and liquid oxygen tank securing is started, which includes closing the propellant fill and drain valves. Also at T-minus 3 minutes, 32 seconds, vehicle transfer from ground facility power to its own internal battery power will be complete. At T-minus 3 minutes, the vehicle ordnance system will be armed, and the booster liquid oxygen and liquid hydrogen propellant tanks are verified to be at flight pressure and flight level. At 2 minutes prior to liftoff, the team will verify that the hydraulic system is pressurized, as well as confirm booster, DCSS, and flight termination system battery voltages. At T-minus 1 minute, 20 seconds, the team will begin securing the second stage liquid hydrogen tank. At T-minus 60 seconds, the Western Range readiness is verified. At T-minus 50 seconds, the DCSS liquid hydrogen tank is secured at flight level. A final launch vehicle and spacecraft status check is conducted at T-minus 25 seconds. At T-minus 15 seconds, the ROFIs, or sparklers, are ignited to burn off the excess hydrogen at the base of the vehicle. Liftoff will occur at T0. After liftoff, you'll hear the voice of Patrick Moore providing launch vehicle ascent data.
T-minus 4 minutes and counting. 3:55.
Ground pyros enabled.
The countdown clock has resumed, and we are go for launch at 2:11 p.m. Pacific.
Second stage lock, secure at flight level.
.307. .249.
FTS internal.
CBC locks flight pressure and flight level.
CPC LH2 at flight pressure and flight level.
2 minutes, 159,
Hydraulic pressure at 4,000.
Vehicle internal.
155,
Launch sequence or start.
$140,
SCS launch enable.
$137,
T-minus 90 seconds. The launch vehicle, payload, ground systems, and western range are go for launch.
$120,
Both fuse armed.
SCS count started.
$1 minute,
T-minus 1 minute.
Rock, report range status.
Range is green.
50,
Second stage LH2 secure at flight level.
$30,
Status check.
T-minus 30
Go, Delta.
seconds.
Go NROL 47.
$23,
SRM TVC blowdown.
$15,
Trophy ignition.
10,
T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. We have ignition of the RS-68A main engine, and we have liftoff of the United Launch Alliance Delta IV rocket carrying the NROL-47 mission for the National Reconnaissance Office.
Seconds into the flight. RS-68 chamber pressure looks good. Fuel injector pressure also looks good.
You're hearing the voice of
Burn on
Patrick
both
Moore
solid
providing
rocket
launch
motors.
vehicle ascent data.
Burn profile on the solid rocket motors appears to be within family. Now passing 25 seconds into flight. And now 35 seconds in. Still seeing good chamber pressure and injector pressure on the RS-68. Good chamber pressure on both solid rocket motors. Now coming up on 49 seconds into the flight, Mach 1, Delta IV is now supersonic. And 55 seconds in, max Q, maximum dynamic pressure. And continuing to see good chamber pressure on the RS-68. Launch vehicle is now 8.5 miles in altitude, or 0.8 miles downrange distance, traveling at 1,400 miles per hour. 1 minute, 15 seconds into flight. Approximately 20 seconds remaining until SRM burnout. And continuing to see good chamber pressure on the RS-68. Now 1 minute, 30 seconds in, standing by for SRM burnout shortly. And we have SRM burnout standing by for jettison. And we have good jettison on both solid rocket motors. Now 1 minute, 45 seconds into flight. Continuing to see good chamber pressure on the RS-68, good fuel injector pressures as well. And the Delta IV rocket now weighs just 1/2 of what it did at launch, burning propellant at a rate of almost 2,000 pounds per second. Just over 2 minutes into flight. And the ACS press valve has been opened. System pressure response looks good. 2 minutes, 10 seconds into flight. And at 2 minutes, 22 seconds into flight, vehicle is now passing Mach 5, traveling at 5 times the speed of sound. Launch vehicle is now 50 miles in altitude, 34 miles downrange distance, traveling at 3,700 miles per hour. 2 minutes, 40 seconds into flight. And upper stage lock system has begun boost phase chill down sequence to begin thermal conditioning of the Arlton engine. 1 minute to BECO. And fuel system has begun boost phase chill down. We have good indication of payload fairing jettison. Now 3 minutes, 15 seconds into flight. Vehicle is now passing Mach 10. And about 30 seconds remaining in first stage phase of flight. RS-68 continues to perform well. Fuel injector and chamber pressures look good. And the launch vehicle is now 110
This is
miles
Delta
an
Mission
altitude.
Control at T plus 3 minutes, 42 seconds. We've just seen the successful liftoff of the Delta IV rocket carrying the NROL-47 mission for the National Reconnaissance Office, and all systems continue to operate nominally. Liftoff occurred at 2:11 p.m. Pacific. At our customer's request, we'll now conclude our live coverage. Thanks to ULA's Patrick Moore for his participation in this afternoon's show. For more information on ULA or the Delta IV, visit ulalaunch.com or join the conversation on Twitter and Facebook. We'll leave you now with another look at today's liftoff. I'm Mike Underhill, and on behalf of the entire launch team, thank you for joining us and have a great day. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. We have ignition of the RS-68A main engine, and we have liftoff of the United Launch Alliance Delta IV rocket carrying the NROL-47 mission for the National Reconnaissance Office.
10 seconds into the flight. RS-68 chamber pressure looks good. Fuel injector pressure also looks good. Seeing a
You're
good
hearing the
symmetric
voice of
burn on
Patrick
both
Moore
solid
providing
rocket
launch
motors.
vehicle ascent data.
Burn profile on the solid rocket motors appears to be within family. Now passing 25 seconds into flight.